Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, see, that may or may not be my new intro, but more to the point, you know what time it is. It's time for this week's 15 Seconds of Fail, courtesy of the Muffin Man and the Tooth Fairy. Alright, so this week's 15 Seconds of Fail goes to a user by the name of Big Bad Milt, who left me a slew of comments on my last episode, my last 15 Seconds of Fail. Now, for those of you who may or may not be aware, who may or may not have caught that episode, I also took the time out to talk about an incident that happened at an Iowa State Fair. And what happened was there was this group of black people who decided that they wanted to beat up on a bunch of white people at the fair because apparently to them it was Beat Whitey night. Yeah, that makes it so much better. Anyway, that particular episode caught the attention of Big Bad Milt, who pretty much accused me of being a whitey lover. Like, that's something new. I let him know that in no uncertain terms was I a whitey lover. I mean, in fact, a few of my subscribers took the time out to explain to him that blacks sold blacks to the whites so that the whites could do those unspeakable things to the blacks. And also that every race has been made to feel as if they're nothing, as if they're worthless at one point or another. But you don't see a bunch of them bitching and moaning about it. You don't see a bunch of them bitching and moaning about how this race did it to our ancestors a bunch of years back, so why can't we do it to them? I mean, it's an eye for an eye. And to tell you the truth, that's just bullshit. Because if you're gonna attack a group of people based on their race, not only on their race and skin color, but also because of what their ancestors did to your ancestors a few centuries ago, then that makes you no better than them. So, I let him know that I found it amusing that he was going through any and all lengths to desecrate whites over something that happened centuries ago, and he failed to realize that it was the Africans that did this, that sold their own to the whites, so that God, I'm repeating myself. What the hell is wrong with me? Anyway, I let him know all this, and he rebutted with the following. First off, you need to lose weight. Second, it seems like someone has an identity crisis. Just because you grew up around whites doesn't mean you have the right to emulate them, if you even know what that means. And furthermore, I'm more aware of my black history than you will ever be, you black cracker. Ooh, no. Oh, no. I'm a black cracker. Oh my gosh, anything but a black cracker. Yeah. I must be a black cracker, since apparently I happen to jeez. My brain just got all tangled up. My brain's all tangled up by reading that dumbass comment. Anyways, I don't know what emulate means, but however, I do know what emulate means, and I am not emulating white people by any means. The only person I'm emulating is Alyssa Shell. If you can't deal with that, don't let the door hit you or the good Lord split you. Just saying. And also, I'm well aware of my black history. And I'm And here's another little tidbit about myself. I may not sound like it or act like it, but I was born in the projects. And I grew up in the projects. And do you know what else? We moved the hell up out of there right before I turned 7 years old. And we never looked back. And I'm going to see to it that my children never, ever, ever understand the projects. Because life is about making something of yourself. Life is about moving on. But he took it one step further. He basically just took it one step further and replied, "Bitch, please. I'm 6'5", 250, and am not fat, and am not imposing anything on you. You're not that important. M was just speaking my mind, dumbass. It's clear that you don't agree with me. That's why you're a black cracker." It's clear that I don't agree with you? Well, no fucking shit, Sherlock. Of course I don't agree with somebody who supports beating and assaulting another person just because of their skin color. Yeah, how dare I? How dare I have a little thing called morals? How dare I have a little thing called dignity? How dare I have the audacity to pull my big girl panties up and move on with my life rather than just sit around and mope. And you're telling me that I'm not important? Really, you dumbass tard? Really? Then maybe you'd like to explain the reason for you. Then maybe you'd like to explain your reason for making a video called "White Liberals Are Stupid and They Need to Shut the Hell Up." And also, I love how you mentioned that this girl had a bunch of white subscribers and they said that, you know, everybody has done, Arabs have enslaved blacks way before whites did, and then, but however, whites have benefited more from slavery. Oh, right, like Arabs didn't benefit either. Like that, every race has, like that, a lot of people have benefited from slavery at some point. And that's about it. That's about all I have to say. I will post the link to his channel below, and you can check out the video that I mentioned of him totally talking about me, but without mentioning my name. Yeah, that shows how much of a militant person type guy that you are. Anyway, that concludes this week's 15 Seconds of Fail. Till next time, bitches, I'm Melissa Shell, and I'll see you in hell. Peace the fuck out.